This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion here on your fine Saturday morning, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. I guess it could be afternoon if you're tuning in from Toronto or Montreal or somewhere out on the East Coast this afternoon. So appreciate you being on by. It's 10 o'clock here in Alberta as the clock strikes the waiver wire, and well, you know what? As we wait words on that stuff, I'm going to just sit here and gently talk about something Leon Draisaitl has done phenomenally well so far this year, and that is face-offs. Leon Draisaitl has been absolutely insane at taking face-offs, not only in the offensive zone, not on the power play, not shorthanded, not in the neutral zone, not in the defensive zone, but everywhere on the ice. Leon Draisaitl has a positive winning percentage on face-offs. Now, yeah, okay, a lot of that might come in those games against Ottawa and stuff. You can say that as well. But don't forget, the Oilers have played a total of 16 games and only 4 against Ottawa. So, still, to be at 58.1 or 0.8% face-off winning percentage on a total of 303 face-offs so far this season, that is absolutely insane for Leon Draisaitl. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, take the next 5-10 minutes or so to consider sticking around and subscribing, because we got to get that game against Monday here, and we got a lot to talk about this weekend before we get into Monday's game. So I'd appreciate to have you along, that's for sure. So 303 times 0.588, just saying, is 178 face-offs won in 16 games. That's what you see on the NHL.com website anyway. That is a total of 11 face-offs, 11 to 12 face-offs won per game minimum on averages for Leon Draisaitl so far. So that's a pretty crazy stat. And then all of a sudden you go here and divide 303 face-offs by 16 games. So he's taken about 19 face-offs a game. Right? The guy's not even taking 20 face-offs a game on average, and he's winning 11 out of 20 of them, 19 of them. That's pretty great numbers for us as Oilers fans. And don't forget here, Leon Draisaitl, in terms of face-offs taken, 303 really doesn't sound like that many in 16 games, right? 19 face-offs in a game, that's not a crazy big number. Well, let's just say only 2 other guys in the NHL so far have taken that many face-offs this season, that being Bo Horvat and Ryan O'Reilly, both of which, well, are right around that Leon Draisaitl mark if you're Ryan O'Reilly at 59.9, so 1.1% more, a total of, on 319 face-offs, 191 won as opposed to 303 and 178 won for Leon Draisaitl. And then you've got Bo Horvat, who's taken 361 face-offs in 17 games for the Vancouver Canucks, and only has a face-off winning percentage of 52.6%. Now, you talk about driving possession and all this when it comes to Leon Draisaitl. This is one of those appreciation post kind of deal where, you really don't appreciate it till you just dive into every single number. And I did a video a while ago talking about the complete player Leon Draisaitl is. And I know everybody says, well, he needs to win more face-offs and stuff, and he needs to do this or that. And so far, he has done that to a T this season. 26 points in 16 games this year. We'd like to see him obviously get more points in the point column, but it's been nice to win some games without him, that's for sure. And then, well, the other side, 2 playing 21 minutes and 51 seconds time on ice per game. That is down. That is down big time by just about, 46 seconds a game compared to last season, and compared to the year before, that's down 44 seconds per game. That's saving a lot of minutes by game number 10, 11, 12 that Leon Draisaitl's only played 51 average time on the ice. So that's huge for us there as well. And the other side too is you look at the giveaway takeaway column for Leon Draisaitl so far this year. The takeaways aren't quite on pace with last year, but when you look at the giveaways, he had 91 giveaways in 71 games last year, right? Those silly backhand passes to nobody. Yeah, we've still seen them this year, but they've kind of ended up more scrambled up by the looks of it typically. And for Leon Draisaitl instead, how about 14 giveaways in 16 games played this year, averaging less than a giveaway per game and doing some very good things offensively with the puck. For the first time in his career, he is above a plus 10. So yeah, you know what, if that holds, it's great. If not, whatever, it's just another footnote. But still, for Leon Draisaitl, and a plus 11 on the year, everybody's always bragging on that. And then don't forget as well what he's done on the power play so far this year. Only 6 power play assists and only 4 power play goals. So less than half, almost a third of his points coming on the power play. And that's a big improvement for the Oilers as well. Leon Draisaitl, another key factor here as well. He is only shooting 18.2% this year. Compare that to 21.6 in the 50-goal season, 19.7 the year before, and 18.8 this year. That's a pretty big difference. Now, you get into the Corsi 4 percentage. Leon Draisaitl's doing all this face-off winning stuff and all this great stuff while having a negative Corsi 4 at 48.2%. And then the other side too is the on-ice save percentage is what we really need to look at here. Don't worry about the Corsi 4 because, yeah, if we're getting our crap handed to us in our defensive zone when Leon Draisaitl's on the ice, that's great. But guess what? Goaltenders are making saves with Leon Draisaitl on the ice. Draisaitl has never had above a 9.06 or 90.6 save percentage on the ice when he is playing on the ice for the Oilers. How about this year so far through 16 games, 94.6% save percentage. That's insanity when you consider who our goaltenders have been and what they've done so far this season outside of 2 games from Mike Smith. Craziness, right? Who would have thought that Leon Draisaitl's leading the way that well for the Edmonton Oilers when he's on the ice? I wouldn't have. That's a pretty crazy number to me as far as I'm concerned. And the team's shooting percentage when Draisaitl's on the ice, 14.6 at even strength. The other side you need to know about even strength zone starts. So if you pay attention to where the face-offs are when Leon Draisaitl's on the ice, he is just about a 50-50 split. 49.7 to 50.3 offensive defensive zone starts as compared to years previous where he's been operating at least 52.5% or more offensive zone starts. So keep that in mind. He is actually more defensive focused this year compared to most years. So that's pretty crazy for us Oilers fans to be looking at and saying Leon Draisaitl, you know, we talked about it last year. He's become a complete player, but all of a sudden here he is absolutely dominating both ends of the ice. Yeah, you know what? The Corsi 4 Fenwick 4 isn't exactly there, but compare that to previous years where he's played that extra 2.5% of his zone starts being in the offensive zone. That makes up for a 1.3 deficit in the Corsi 4, I'd say. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. I want to know if you're going to decide to subscribe or not, so definitely don't be shy. And we will talk to you in the next one. If you liked the video, please let me know. Give a thumbs up to the video. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. I am up on out of here.